Hey guys, it's me. Just another quick video before I go on hiatus. I had a really interesting conversation last night, not as in-depth as I would like, but it was super late, about kind of talking about with someone who's not a practicing Catholic, but still talking about how I pray to the archangels, and she was talking a little bit about the saints and asking me about the Morgan and paganism. So I was like, well, you know, what books do I have so I can tell her more about them? And obviously I've got Feast of the Morgan, so that helps. And then I've got this Encyclopedia of Celtic Wisdom that I was flipping through again because I haven't read it. And it actually has the Ogham alphabet in it. Now this book has little articles in it by different people. Like on the Ogham, oh my gosh, it's in Gaelic. Let's see, Bev Luce Nin is TH a V or an L. Bev Lucenen? I don't know if that's right. I'm really bad at Gaelic for someone that wants to, or Gaeliga, depending on a person that wants to follow a Celtic path. Anyway, by Charles Graves. So he wrote something for this chapter called The Memory of Trees. And he may be the only person that wrote something. Let's see. This is all about the Ogham. There's all kinds of myth here. Lore of the Great Trees by Mag Mukna. So it's a whole chapter on the Ogham, which I thought was really interesting. I plan on reading this entire book through. I don't think everyone would do that, but then you've got the Memory of Animals. Vision Poets, Druids, and Shamanic Guardians. Prophecy and Divination. The Bright Knowledge, which is where prophecy and divination fall under. And then you've got Otherworldly Journeys. So I was looking through here to see if I could find some stuff to maybe tell her as well. And there is some stuff in here that I will be able to use if I can pronounce it. Gaelic is really hard for anyone that's ever tried to pronounce it. There's a course online. I was taking it and I lost the link, and it was really helping, because even though it's just telling you how to say, you know, this is a boy and this is a girl and this is a woman and this is a man, you're still getting the pronunciations of the letter the letter combinations and things like that, so that when you see a big word, which it would move into because it was moving into phrases, when you get to some of the bigger words, you're going to know the pronunciation because you're going to know the word the letter connections for the most part. Some of the words completely ignore all of the rules altogether, and you have to look them up. But anyway, I thought this was kind of a cool little book to maybe help her out. And I know I've got some other stuff somewhere. I may be thinking of my Nook. I've got Oak, Ash, and Thorn, but that is not something that's going to be helpful. But just in case she wants to pick up the conversation again, she was telling me this cool story about a saint, and I thought this story could apply to anyone. God dropped a drop of water in the saint's palm and said, "This is you." And then they were by the ocean, and this, like I said, this could apply, it could be the goddess dropping this drop of water into, or it could be knowledge being dropped into the hand as a drop of water, and then the saint dropped it into the ocean, and God, goddess, knowledge, whatever, the universe said, "That's me." And that just like blew me away, because it's so true. Like, to me it was more like knowledge, like, this is me and that is how much I have to learn. And that's kind of what I got from it, is, you know, there's this infinite amount of stuff out there that I have to learn. There's this infinite amount of stuff that I can do to make this life something that is extraordinary, to maybe move up to the next level. That maybe that's what I reincarnated to do. Maybe I wanted to move up to the next level in this life. But it's certainly something to think about. Not only things to learn, but things to do in this life. Kindnesses to do, things to learn, things to paint, things to draw, things to sing, things to have fun with, you know, people to hug, people to love, animals to save. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I mean, the ocean is infinite. Not just wide in expanse, but deep. It's almost bottomless. You get to the bottom of the ocean, there's some scary stuff though, I'm gonna tell you. Oh my God. You should look it up. There's some pretty crazy looking stuff down there. Yeah. Don't look at it before you go to bed. I love nature. I do. But the stuff on the bottom of the ocean really scares me. But yeah, I don't know. It just really, really made me think. You know, and not in terms of a Christian God. It just really made me think on a philosophical level. And that's more where she was coming from it as well, I think, in her admiration of the saints as people, because she's not a practicing Catholic. But she has such admiration for the saints. And how can you disrespect that? But that story's deep on a philosophical level. It's something to you just sit and think about for hours. So I really wanted to share that. That was my main reason for making the video, but you know me, I have to go the long route. But yeah, it was deep. So anyway, I hope we continue to exchange knowledge, and of course she's got much more knowledge in the area she's talking about than I do in the area I'm talking about, but you know, maybe I can learn more and then teach her more. My cat is poking at my back. She's like, poke, poke. So anyway, yeah, it is amazing when you meet someone of a different faith that is completely an open door and willing to share things with you that you didn't know, non-judgmentally. And that is something I have a huge openness to, because I think in the end that's how we're all going to get along. It's people that bash me over the head with their beliefs that really irritate me, but I have no irritation when it is an open dialogue between two people. I find it extremely interesting, and I find it extremely interesting to compare belief systems and find how similar they actually are. which was something else we were blown away by last night, is how similar things were that we were talking about. You just had to say, well, the goddess does this, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, well, we do this. That's almost exactly the same thing. It's like, yeah, you know, so it was a pretty cool conversation. So I just kind of wanted to share that a little bit. I'm so tired that I'm probably not making any sense. This is how this time of year is for me, and I try to get rest here and there, and I'm sick. So here in a little bit, I'm going to make a power smoothie. Our kitchen light, our fluorescent light bulb, burned out last Wednesday. I called them last Thursday. It is now Tuesday. They still have not replaced the fucking fluorescent light bulb. How hard is that? And they're supposed to do it. That's why we're not doing it, because they do it. So we live in an apartment, so I find it rather ridiculous. It should have been done last Friday. So it said 72 hours. Well, it's been 72 hours. So we're slightly miffed because our dining room light doesn't work, so we can't get any light into the kitchen except for the little stove light. So it's making it very difficult to do things in the kitchen. We're just having to kind of work around it until we get a light in there. It's making me wish I had bought that electric lantern I started to buy last winter, because we were thinking it might be a bad winter, and then it wasn't. So but yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to share that with you guys and see what you thought. You might think it interesting or not, I don't know, but I don't know when I'll be back with another video, but I will do my best to be back as soon as possible. And you guys take care, and blessed be. Bye.